What's up, y'all? Welcome to Tomboy After Dark. I'm your host, Kristin. I'm joined by my co-host, Lilla.
Hey, y'all. Hey, and our other
producer.
co-host, our producer. That's him.
Sound engineer.
He won't let me. He want to be involved now, y'all. We tried to set up and record, and he said no. He's coming, and threw a fit till he did. So here we are. So now he's just going to be part of the show.
Here we are
with dog in tow.
How you been doing?
I'm good, girl. Just another week of job interviews and all the things. Fingers crossed. I go in for a second part to my interview that I had last week on Thursday, hoping that I'm going to fill out paperwork and start my job. So there's that. If not, y'all, hi, hire me. Hi, thank you. So yeah, that's all. And then Shane has gone to this amazing program where they kind of help veterans re-enter life in terms of, outside of the military or outside of military related jobs. And it's a week-long camp. It's phenomenal. If you guys
sounds intense.
Yeah, it's intense. If you guys have any questions about it, you can private message us and stuff. I don't want to put the name out here just in case, but it's an amazing program. It's a week long and people come from all over the United States, and it just helps them, set up resumes, mock job interviews, and do like team building exercises and just exercises to kind of just help them enter the world of non-military, right, and decompress. So a lot of people go after, right.
Yeah.
A lot of people do it after deployments, or if they're just at a point in their life where they just feel kind of stuck. And I have spoken on this numerous times that I don't think there's enough programs out there for veterans, and it actually cripples my soul because of what they do and have gone through for this country. So if you're a veteran, thank you for your service. If you're in the service, thank you for your service. Yeah. And you guys deserve a lot more of these type of programs. So yeah, so he's gone to that. And yeah, everything else is going good. Just living the home life still, loving it. We went to the Carolina game this weekend. Hello, LSU refs. Hi.
Boots did you see?
Girl, my sister, hi Kiki. Kiki wore her white cowboy boots, okay, y'all? I mean, it was white cowboy boot nation with the little rompers and little dresses, but I love it. I love football season. I love football, and screw you, LSU refs. Shane, of course, because my husband's that guy that we can go to a sold out event that's been sold out for 20 years. And then literally after kickoff, he's like, come on, we're going in the game. And we were like, what? And he's like, come on, I got his ticket. So me, my sister, Shane, we went in and had a blast, except that we were in the LSU section. Your fans are dicks. Okay. Y'all know you should have lost that game. Okay. And I'm not one of those fans like, oh my God, this game. But anyway, on to the rest of the season now, and we're here for it. So yeah, just been loving life. Go Cox, y'all. Woo woo. What about you, girl? What's going on?
Same old thing. We went to Tennessee over the weekend to go to a little concert show a buddy of ours was putting on, and got back and ready to conquer the work week.
And last week you also went to a concert, another one.
We met Rob Zombie. Oh
hello. God. And I was like, we're not going to talk about it.
I didn't forget, but sometimes I can't remember what day we recorded and what has happened since. But yeah, we met Rob Zombie, y'all. Okay, first of all, hot. Okay, y'all. And this is not me. I am not. I mean, I've always thought he was cool, but I have never thought, oh, Rob Zombie's so hot. That's a sexy dude. Nothing. Never thought that. I mean, you know what he looks like.
Right. Like, he's not your typical...
We were wondering, before we even went inside, Gabe and I were talking to another girl that was there to meet him about whether or not he was going to smell, like how far away we would be before we would smell him and that kind of thing. So our expectations were low. We walk in and we bought these seats that came with the meet and greet.
Okay.
We wanted the seats. But you didn't. I guess we could have just not gone to the meet and greet, but hello, why would we have not gone?
Right.
So we go and we're standing outside and it's getting ready to be our turn. And I can kind of hear like people squealing. And you can see people coming out. They are happy. So I'm like, okay, this is cool. Okay. I've met celebrities before and it can be kind of a downer. They're
deflating,
not our whatever. So we walk in, and they've already told us, he'll sign anything you brought, which we didn't bring anything except some poster they had given us when we got there. So we had our little poster, and there were some pins and things in our package that they had for us, but these guys that were with us, like in our line with us, had shopping bags of boxes and memorabilia and like, you know how people would buy me the Kiss dolls and the collectibles and stuff?
Right.
That's what they had in these
they
bags.
were ready. They were ready.
And they got every single thing signed, y'all. Every single thing, he signed it. So all they asked was that you didn't have your cell phone out. So everybody puts their cell phones up. We go in there. We see him. And first off, I'm like, oh my God.
Wait a minute.
So Rob Zombie on stage and Rob Zombie in his music videos is not the Rob Zombie that is standing in front of me.
Okay.
This man is clean. He's not clean shaven, but he's got on a cool pair of jeans, a cool cut, nice fitting t-shirt, a cowboy hat. He just looked like a cool guy. He didn't look like Rob Zombie.
Right.
And immediately I was like, hot. I looked at Gabe and I'm like, my mouth just dropped. And he was just so cool. Like, his energy was so good. He's got that little, like, rockabilly thing to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just lanky, and he was taller than I thought he would be. I thought he was going to be my size, y'all. I did.
Because most stars are. Like, when you see them in person, you're like, oh, what happened?
I
like,
thought he was going to be a tiny man.
Aww.
He was 5'9", 5'10".
Okay.
Very thin, obviously, but just a lanky, kind of cool guy. And he had his cowboy boots on and a buckle, but like a metal vibe to him. And his energy was so good. He shook our hands. We snapped a photo. We chatted for a second, and then he signed our stuff, and we left. But the whole time, all I could think was just like, he was so calming and relaxing. Like, I felt like we had been hanging out with him forever. It was really strange. Yeah. As soon as we walked out, we went to put our stuff down and gather our things. And I looked at Gabe and I'm like, that was awesome, right? He was really cool. And Gabe was like, yeah, he was very cool. I was like, and he was hot. Gabe was Gabe said, he was cute.
Gabe is never going to be like, yeah, man, he was hot. Yeah. Yeah, he was cute.
You can
He's
tell
a decent looking older man,
trying to think, be objective and say, yeah, he was a cute guy.
Yeah, he was cute. Well, if you know her husband, you know how much it probably even took for him to say that.
Yeah,
he's
just a gorilla. He's a gorilla vampire. Look at this.
Eyes wide open. Eyes wide open. Ace.
He's got to keep one eye on me.
Ace. Okay, but we recording, boo?
Yeah, all we're going to hear is snores in the background.
Great. Okay.
Y'all would not even know. You would think that this would be so easy in 2024. This is why I was saying we needed to rent a space.
Right, because
we're going to walk in. They're going to have the sound studio perfect.
No dogs,
all we have to do is lay out our laptop and plug our mic
and go. Yeah. Okay, Ace.
All right, that's a lot, buddy. So
but
the
like eyes wide open
was awesome.
And you're going to another one tomorrow.
Yeah, we had second row
rock
seats at that show, which is like I said, why we wanted that package. But y'all, Alice Cooper, and I know this is not everybody's thing, but some of y'all like this kind of music. Alice Cooper is 76 years old.
That's insane.
And walked out there and did an hour and 15-minute long set, sounded amazing, walked out with a snake wrapped around his neck, holding it, and like walking around the stage with it, performing. He just is such a solid performer. And I've seen him multiple times. I mean, this was like my third or fourth time seeing Alice Cooper. I really like him. And the first time I went was with Stacy that we worked with at McAllister's.
Shut up.
Yes. I was
no
18.
Way.
Yes. Oh, this is so funny.
Hey, Stacy.
I was 18 and we were working at McAllister's, and Alice Cooper was playing in a field in Greenville. And somehow we found out, and we're going, and it was general admission, so you could get as close as you wanted. So we bought tickets. We got there like 4 hours early so we could get as close as we could. We ended up being like right at the front of the stage. So, I mean, Alice Cooper was super close to me. Yeah. I'm freaking out thrilled. Y'all, this girl was like a goth girl and just black. Everything was black. Her soul, her heart, everything. But she was so fun. Mm-hmm. She was cool. Yeah. But just, snarky. She was Daria.
Yes.
She was Daria.
Yes. Yes.
So she and I go, I still don't even really know if this bitch likes me at this point. She just has decided and agreed to go to this concert with me. And we go, and we're up front, and all of these huge, big, like, biker guys are trying to get to the front of the stage, and they're pushing me up against this fence. And I'm like, she was a couple years older than me, so I think she felt responsible. And she told all of them what the deal was. Mm-hmm. She told them what was up. Mm-hmm. Anyway, she was a badass. But that was my first concert for Alice Cooper, and it was awesome. So I've been with Gabe. We knew we wanted to go to this one. We both like Rob Zombie. Gabe's never seen Rob Zombie up close.
And he's cute.
He was a cute guy.
He was a cute guy.
I should get a video of Gabe saying that.
Please.
I wish because he was really trying to be like objective. Like, what would another person, would a person have thought about? Mm-hmm. It was cute. So, yeah, and then we're going to see Korn tomorrow, but that's what that is.
That's what that is. My last concert was Backstreet Boys, so in Abu Dhabi. Killed it. Okay.
I would have loved that.
No, like it was.
Yeah.
I cried.
Yeah.
And I hyperventilated the entire.
Down the road listening to that CD.
Girl.
Too. Oh my God.
Not the Backstreet Boys. NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. Come on now. Era of eras.
We did like Backstreet Boys more.
Everybody we were definitely Backstreet Boys girls. I mean, like I like NSYNC too.
I like them too, but not until that No Strings Attached. Came out.
Before
that's when I was like, okay, I'll get on board.
Right, you can be my secondary boy band. It's fine. It's fine. The era of the boy bands. God, what a great time to be alive.
No joke. Have you seen the videos of New Kids on the Block on their reunion tour?
No.
Where they're trying to get up off the floor, like they go down on one knee.
But why are we going down on one knee?
You can tell when they're all trying to get back up. They're like, oh God, we're
because they're in their 50s. Yeah. We're not pop dropping locking it.
So weird because then,
but we can't change the choreography a little bit.
You would have to. But right. I was saying about Alice Cooper. I mean, he's 76. We went and saw. He wasn't even he was the oldest rock star I saw this year, but he wasn't the oldest performer. We saw Tom Jones, and he's like 80. God, at the beginning of the year. God, I sound so old. But they're just. It's amazing what they can do, so I do think it's funny that the Backstreet Boys are like struggling with their knees. Maybe it's because Alice Cooper's already had a knee replacement.
Right, he's already ahead. He's already ahead. Listen, I saw Guns N' Roses in Dubai, and one of the most phenomenal, from start to finish, they did not skip a beat. They did not, like, I've seen Rihanna, and like, I love Rihanna, but like her concert is like just Rihanna.
Yeah.
Guns N' Roses, when they stepped on that stage, till that second they stepped off, it was a full-fledged show. We had fire, we had fireworks, we had I mean, they didn't skip a beat. You would have thought they were still in their 20s. It was I was like, oh my God.
I know.
Like,
I know.
I love it. Right?
I was the game and I'm like, oh my God, it's Guns N' Roses.
It's actually,
my head was gonna explode. I just never in a million years thought I would see them. Did you?
No.
They just couldn't get along, and
and by this point in our lives, I thought they'd be.
Well, yeah, but like my parents
not
were
musicking.
You two when we were in high school,
right? I just feel like when we were younger, they were already so old compared to us, which they really weren't. But to me, they seemed so old. But they were done, like and the drugs and everything. So for them to hop up on stage in 2017, 2018, I was like, oh, yeah. Incredible. Y'all, there's nothing. The 90s, 2000s, 80s, like, you can't.
No, because we didn't have the phones. I love my phone. It does so much for me. Mm-hmm. I do so much business on my phone. I complete 80% of the work I do in a day on my phone. I need it. But God damn it, I hate them.
Right. I know, especially at concerts, too.
I don't want it around.
Yeah. And it is so sad at concerts. And I'm like, I've caught myself doing this. All you see is phones. No one's actually watching the stage. Everybody's making sure that they're catching what they want. And you're like, Let's just be here.
Yeah, because I'm not going to go back and look at those videos.
No, ever in my life. I've
what do I need
hours and hours of footage from this concert that I'll never rewatch. But so even with the Backstreet Boys, I just put it down after a while and I just cried and sang my heart out. I couldn't talk for 3 days. I mean, it was just the most glorious. Oh,
I love it.
And we were like right there on the floor, like.
Yeah, there's nothing better.
Oh,
there's nothing better.
Y'all, my loves. I love y'all. I love you, Kevin.
Remember when we would talk about which one was our favorite?
Oh my God, mine was always Kevin.
Oh my God.
And you guys, I saw comparison.
You liked AJ too, though.
I did like AJ. I did like AJ.
That little flavor.
He did a little flavor.
Yeah.
Y'all, you'll never be able to unsee this. There was a meme the other day and someone put Snoop Dogg and Kevin, a picture of Kevin next to each other. And you can't see it unless you see it. But once you see the two pictures, people are like, I never knew Kevin Richardson was the white Snoop Dogg. And I've never been able to unsee it. It's literally a meme going around right now on Facebook or something. Look at it and you'll never be able to unsee it. So yeah, that's what it is. I love him still.
So I guess we could talk today about a topic. I have been feeling a little bit like it was time to get on track. You know, we had the summertime and we took advantage of making some content and we really stretched it and squeezed every ounce of juice we could get out of it, y'all.
Yeah, we did.
And I told her we would do it. We had enough till you got home almost.
Literally, we were 1 week off. And she said, we're going to have enough till you come back home. And I was
That's
like,
how much
in December?
faith I had that she was coming. I knew it. But I have been thinking, you know, school started. It's time to get back to business.
Yeah.
I think that I saw something on Threads the other day, and I think we should just chat about it for a little bit.
Okay.
This will be our podcast today.
Okay. This is a surprise to me. I have no idea what's coming, so
I saw a comment on Threads the other day, which I still don't know how to use. I mean, I guess I know how to use it, but I don't care.
Right. Yeah.
I think I thought we had evolved.
Someone told me that everybody, that all my stuff was posting on Threads. I didn't know this existed in my life. And they were like, you know, everything you're posting, and I determined. So
you probably have like 800.
It's like Twitter all over again, isn't it? Like I don't understand it. I don't either. Anyway,
and there's graphics and pictures. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm confused. But I saw where somebody being a man, because they're all trying to get, you know, they're all clickbait posting right now to get you to follow them on Threads, and. A man had posted that he wanted to know what things people said to women that irritated them. So women started piping in. I'm sure you could guess what some of them were. Don't tell me to smile. Just in general, don't mansplain things to me, especially if
why don't you have kids?
How to do things.
Yeah.
Why don't you have kids?
You're too pretty to be single.
Blank.
Right. Listen, I'm gonna have to pull my phone out for this. This is actually the most perfect topic ever. I'm not gonna say who, but I have a friend who went on a date the other day, right? And this man was a mediocre at best middle-aged man. Mediocre, not glorious, not phenomenal, just a mediocre middle-aged man. And she actually, I'm gonna pull my phone out for this. I took a screenshot of this. She actually posted, I'm just going to read them to you, and I want to see your reaction as I go down this list, okay? These are things said, first date, y'all. First date. First time meeting in the universe.
Okay.
These two humans met. And these are the things that were said on the course of this first meeting. Where in the heck is... Okay, you ready? I don't want you to take this the wrong way. You don't look like you can dance. You look like you can fuck, though. You can thank me later. I'm pretty sure your beep looks pretty. What's your sample size? So you do crosswords because you're liberal? I thought you looked dorky, but I also thought you could beep. This is a middle-aged businessman, okay? My friends are going to laugh when I tell them you have a bumper sticker. It was a magnet in the car. Are you even a little bit humble?
A gentleman she'd never... This was a first date?
This is a first date. This was a first date. They met for dinner and drinks.
What was her initial impression of this gentleman?
The first little bit was just kind of back and forth banter. joking, kiki, ka. Said he was a little cocky and stuff in the beginning, you know, like, but it went with the banter. So she was like, okay, this could be, you know, like maybe this is just, and then it just turned, and then it just turned. And then he told her, also I have some gum in my car. You'll thank me later. That's what the you'll thank me later was for. And she was like, does my breath stink? And he was like, well, I have allergies. I can't smell, but it probably does. Now, this person is one of the most beautiful, intelligent, rock star human beings I've ever met in my life. I mean, life together. She looks amazing. She takes care of herself. So it's not like there was anything warranting. And like, gentlemen, if you're on a first date and if you don't like me or we're not vibing, then we just end the date early and when we don't talk to each other. You don't have to go down this list of expressions and things to say.
It's very passive aggressive too.
Right.
Something else is going on there.
So much.
Yeah.
Sir, whoever you are, you probably have a 3-inch man part. Okay, which is probably not functioning anymore in your middle age. You berate women, belittle them, and make them feel like crap about themselves, because then in turn, when they find your tiny, small, flaccid, little, unfunctioning male part, you can make them feel like it's their fault. Classic case. So yes, this list of things are things that I'm contributing to the conversation as things to never say to a woman. Weird, right?
Yeah.
This is dating?
Yeah.
In 2024?
The video I sent you of the couple that goes on the date with Down syndrome.
Oh, yeah.
And how sweet they are and honest in their first date.
Right.
And talking about what they expect and what they'd like in a relationship. And you're really snoring pretty loud, Ace. You know, I feel like they're conscientious of each other's thoughts.
Respectful.
And what they said. They respond in a way that shows they were listening to what was said. It just is, you know.
But what happened to that? Like, out of a man's mouth, and women too. I'm sure there are. I mean, I've seen horror stories on, you know, not threads, but like on TikTok, whatever, where men are going on first dates with women, and 5 minutes into the conversation, it's, well, how much money do you make? And oh, well, my car's going in the shop, so, or, you know, you're paying, or okay. So I know there's a whole other side to this too, but I feel like sometimes men just have this audacity to, you're asking about my sample size on what are we talking about? And sample size, sir? Sample size? Like, anyway, there are just things you just don't say ever in life.
Ever in life,
especially not on a first date. And it's just actually insane that we have to go through, you know, like, I'm sure walking away from this situation, she felt just, first of all, in shock, because how do you even process these comments one after another? Like, you essentially, this man came out to bully you and emotionally berate you.
And he would have
first date.
And he would have hate fucked you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he is one of those guys that feeds on women based on her reactions to this, which she is a bad. Okay. So based on her reactions to this, I guarantee you, if she was like, oh my God, this, he'd be calling her the next day.
Yeah.
Because he knows he's found his next victim. Yeah. And he's found his next victim.
He got her.
It's insane. It's actually insane, right?
And but the sick part is that man is not even conscious of what he's doing.
No. This is natural. This is
what
just
he's doing to other women. Yeah,
because what he's going to say is she wasn't his type, and she wasn't his type. I'm telling you, this girl is a bombshell. So she's everybody's type. But he's going to say she wasn't his type because she didn't give him this energy back of, oh God, you're making me feel this way. So here I am. I had a guy one time, my last first date before my amazing husband, I love you, was this guy, and he was this, first of all, he lied about his height, as they do. Standard procedure. If a man says he's 5'11", he's 5'9". If a man says he's 6 foot, he's 5'10". It's generally a 1.5 to 2 inch lie. Sure. Okay, men. I mean, I get it, you know, and you can put on some thick soled tennis shoes or boots and you can be that. You can embrace that. Okay. So he told me he was taller than he was. He was a tiny little British man. He showed up and he was a tiny, small bodied. He was about as big as this guy. Okay. He was about this size. Kind of looked like him too. His pictures were very outdated. And we ran into one of my girlfriends on our date, right? And I mean, the vibe wasn't there. I looked like I could eat. I mean, it looked like I'm sitting next to Ace, okay, at dinner. I'm a strong, bigger, he physically, it just wasn't. Like, we knew when we sat down, it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah.
He had the audacity to message me following our date. Like, I'm on the way home in the taxi cab, and he's messaging me like, so, the friend that we met, is she single, or do you have any single friends? I was like, and then he says, well, like, size-wise, we're just not compatible. And I'm thinking, yeah, I know that, but wow.
He didn't even wait.
No, I'm in the taxi, and I'm like, oh, I saw his name pop up. I was like, well, oh, he's gonna, be nice, let me down gently. I was already, I had no interest in the situation, and I was like, oh, that's cute. I opened it, and I was like,
nah,
bro. Okay.
I would not subject my
and once
friends
again,
to this.
A middle-aged, mediocre man. If I could have the confidence of a middle-aged, mediocre man, I swear to God.
Have you seen the video with Jenna Ortega with all the Beetlejuice interviews that are going around right now? She talks about that in a video where she tells everybody that an acting coach told her to just, whenever she got nervous, to fake the confidence of an average white man.
Right.
An average middle-aged white man. It's true.
Even at the gym, like, I've been going to Planet Fitness in Columbia, and sometimes, you just sit back and kind of just take in your surroundings. Planet Fitness isn't like a like, I love it because everybody feels comfortable there. It's Walmart. It's Walmart gyms. They got plenty of stuff to do. It's fine. It's 5 minutes from the house. It's super cheap. But sometimes I just sit back and watch these men.
Sure.
And you would think that they are preparing for a bodybuilding show tomorrow, that they have 3% body fat. And the way they look at themselves, this one guy, I just sat back, I was on the elliptical, and I was just like, I just like to people watch, and I'm watching him. This man was maybe 160 pounds wet, okay? He rolled his little shorts up on his leg, and he flexed that leg in that mirror. I'm talking maybe 5 minutes salt, and I'm talking like, turn this way, and then he's flexing, and he's looking at himself. And then he turns this way, and then he was flexing his little biceps, and like, good on you, sir, you're working, yay, go you. But his confidence was just oozing. There I am on the elliptical, like, God, my shirt's rolling up a little bit, my little side roll, and this man, you can tell that, and I just watch them sometimes, and it just, to have the confidence of a middle-aged, mediocre white man. That's the goal, guys. That's the goal.
I feel like I come pretty close sometimes, but I'm just too aware of my surroundings to fully commit to it, you know? But you just gotta barrel through like you own the place.
Well, and we've talked about this. No matter what you look like, no matter what size you are, no matter what, there is someone out there that thinks you are the finest thing in the world, and there's someone out there who thinks you are not. And I feel like both are true. And both are true, because to somebody, I'm their everything. To somebody, I'm not. Like, to somebody, I'm like not it. Okay?
Yeah, it's like my girlfriend posted that thing yesterday, and that she shared that photo of me.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why.
You do look hot in that picture.
She just must. Well, I think it's because I'm doing something I love. I'm videoing at the racetrack. Trying to get that race content.
Mm-hmm.
But when I saw it, I had just gotten home from the body shop. I was covered in dust because of some stuff we did yesterday. And I had thrown on some sweatpants to go out there and take care of the goats. And I just, it was a Monday. Didn't really have anything crazy going on. I don't know.
Yeah. But sometimes it's in those moments.
Well, I was like, yes, I love you. And I didn't even pay you to say this.
Right.
I might tip her, though.
And I feel like sometimes in the moments where we should be most confident and should feel the most, we don't. And then, someone will see us and be like, God, you look so beautiful today. And you're like, what? Like, what? Why? I do? And it's just like, let's just be confident all the time, guys. Let's just try this. Let's middle-aged, mediocre white men vibes. We're going to channel it, right? This guy.
Or tiny French bulldog vibes. They're the same. They're similar. He has the confidence of a middle-aged white man.
He does, because if he's across that, the door over there, he's barking at me like he's going to tear my face off. And then here we are in love.
You
You're
could win a
cute.
beauty pageant. See what I'm saying?
Oh, you better fall into my... Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
Oh. That is so
He'll be
cute.
barking at me in like 2 minutes
As soon
when
as
I get
she
up.
crosses that threshold.
What you got to say? What you got to say?
Oh. Ace is a dad. We should celebrate, y'all.
Yes.
Ace,
Congratulations.
We talked about it last week. And the puppies actually came a little sooner than I was expecting. They came Friday. But he had 5 babies. And 3 of them were girls. And 2 were boys. And he's just a little Mac Daddy money maker.
Mac Daddy make you wanna...
I say that. I'm probably going to end up with an 8th dog instead of...
She will. Next week we'll have a little spotted little creature. Or in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Okay, like 7 weeks, 8 weeks. Never mind, they were just born. But yeah. So...
yeah, I think we did
that. I think we did that. So if you guys have any... we got dog hair on us. If you guys have any comments, suggestions, or things that you are sick of hearing from men or women, you know, like, I mean, I've heard some, like, when I used to bartend here in Columbia, there was a young lady who liked young ladies, and she sometimes made me feel she liked me a lot, and she let me know very aggressively. And sometimes you know, because she can follow me in the bathroom, and I don't know what she could. I mean, I'm strong, but
yeah,
you know. So ladies and gentlemen in the dating world, what are things that you do not want to hear or have heard and never want to hear again? Or what are just things that just give you the ick? Like, what would be one thing? Like, if you were single, Gabe free, okay, and you went on a first date, what would be like just a complete deal breaker?
If they don't like dogs.
Okay, well, yeah.
If they don't like dogs, if they don't like Kiss, the band, they don't have to love them and listen to them, but if they mock them and think it's a joke and funny and then no, that would not have gone well. And their thighs. The night I met Gabe, we had been to dinner and done some other things that day at the bodybuilding show. And we end up in my car at the end of the night. I'm taking him back to his car after we ate dinner. And I really like this guy. So I wanted to know, is this worth pursuing? Because I just can't be with a guy whose thighs are smaller than mine.
Yeah, no.
Like in the bodybuilding world, no.
Yeah, because you're a small, like,
could not have.
I mean,
My
her legs are jacked.
big.
Her legs are jacked, but you're tiny.
So for a guy that I'm with to have smaller legs than me is not a good look. So the first thing I did was reach over and grab that thing.
You said, "Ooh."
I did. Then I kissed him. When I liked the way his thigh felt, then I leaned over and I kissed him, and I liked that too. So I was like, all right.
Yeah, kissing.
Yep.
Yeah.
It matters. You do that more than you do other things.
Right.
I mean, it can be good to have chemistry in the bedroom. Obviously, that's
right,
a necessity as well. But the kissing is got to come before that.
Right. Got to be. Yeah.
Got to. So yeah, I do have a few things, but
yeah.
The thighs,
honey.
The thighs were a big thing.
The thighs. I have this thing with chins and necks.
Okay.
So you know the chin that just doesn't chin.
Yeah.
It just connects like here.
Yeah.
And the necks where the shoulders it goes out, but then it goes down. Like instead of like out. Like I
need a shoulder.
Like I need it to go this way, not like that.
No, I knew Gabe was mine when I saw him sitting there on that stage with the shoulders.
God, and okay, do you want to hear my number one thing?
Yeah.
This is
of course.
Okay. This isn't, but I have a way to check this without ever seeing them naked. So nipples.
Oh.
Okay. You're gonna feel me. If you're in this category, you're going to feel me right now. You know the gel tab things like that you put in the dishwasher? You know, like the little it's like green and blue, like okay.
A pod.
The pods. And and I'm sure you've seen this in the bodybuilding world, because I have dealt with some men that were into that.
Like gyno.
You know the ones that look like they have liquid in them?
Puffy.
They can be cut.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
they're growing breasts.
Yeah, and so their nipples are swollen and they look like they're water filled.
Yeah.
Nothing. You can have a beer belly. You can have all the things in the world. I love it. I love a man bod. Ooh, I love a man bod. But those, ever since I was little, I remember being on the beach and seeing this man's, and they were so large, and all I was thinking is the sun is going to burst them. Like, I remember being a little kid thinking his nipples are going to explode.
Yeah.
And ever since then, and my first thing, I can't do it to you because then, but I'll go up to a guy and be like, hey, and just kind of put my hand on his chest and I just do a little cop and feel. When I met Shane, I didn't know what he had going on. And so he was sending me a picture and I was like, oh yeah, let me see because the way he was taking the picture, I knew if he just angled the picture just a little more, I'd see his chest. And I saw them little tiny little beady little things. And I said, Lord, yes. Okay. I would not have met him. I would not be married to my husband right now. Y'all, I can't help it. It's just this thing. It actually makes, like, my hands are sweating right now talking about it. It actually makes me.
I don't love the look. I don't love it.
It's just,
it's either a feminine look or it looks kind of weak. There's something about like the puffy nipple.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry if you have it. I'm sorry.
I don't think I've seen a woman with this. Maybe a child.
Yeah, like when
that's what
it is. It's because when little girls are yes,
that's what's happening.
That's what it is.
They're developing
because when little girls are getting ready to develop, they get that little,
especially the bodybuilders. Yeah, that's definitely what it was. I know bodybuilders that have
had an ex that started lactating.
Yeah, it can happen.
Okay, sorry guys. So
drugs are bad. Okay.
Sorry, we just went off on a whole tangent there, but
let us know what you
yeah,
say
what are your things?
That.
What are your things? Saying, doing, what's something that's just the end? What's going to end it? I mean, other than the obvious, like, they're talking about hurting animals and children or something, like, clearly. Yeah, but then there's people that, there's a lot of weird in the world. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining us. And,
that was perfect timing. We're going to get out of here before this turns into a shit show.
Yes.
Like, subscribe, share, follow all the things. We love you guys. We'll be back next week. And
bye.
I forgot this wasn't my computer.